Hey guys, welcome back to releasethecraftin. Priscilla here for another hashtag FDC4 hosted by Shauna over at Shanuki Art. And this week is week 10. The prompts that I chose were pink, postage stamps, circles, and words. And I'm still going through my Sticky Club sticker stash, trying to use up as much as I can for these. So that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from. I didn't mention that before, but that is where a lot of this stuff is coming from. So hopefully this will be the last part. If not, there's going to be one more after this, and then I'll be done. I'm very chatty. I'm a yapper, so fingers crossed. I've been talking about comments and how you respond to things and how people are being responded to for the last couple of days. So if you missed that, go back to Monday, start watching those videos, catch up to now. This is part 4 of this saga. So yesterday I talked about the non-egregious offender and kind of the way that I view these people, or like how they might be coming, like where they might be coming from when they make these comments. And the issue or the discussion that we've been having is how people are responding to these comments, because on their surface they're relatively innocent sorts of things where people are just sort of commenting or being like, I liked when you did this better, or I miss this type of thing, or I really prefer when you do these videos over these videos. And like, as an artist, a person in a creative space, I hate being boxed in to anything. I like to have the freedom to do whatever I want. I appreciate that there are people here who come to my channel, who are here to see like my creative journey and hang out with me. I really appreciate you guys the most, because it makes me feel more confident and have the freedom to sort of creatively express myself how I want. But I also understand that there's a handful of people who are here for only a very certain thing, because they saw me on a certain video. So those are the videos that they're waiting to watch. As opposed to seeing me like explore other things. Like these videos right here are not my most popular videos, because there are people who just aren't interested in ATCs, and that's fine. I think I understand as a creative how it can be very offensive to have someone be like, I only liked it when you made junk journals. And it's like, well, I do make those, and occasionally I put one out. But this is what I'm doing in the meantime, is I'm sort of growing as a creative person. Or sometimes, as creative people, we move from one thing to another. So sometimes people transition from being like, I make junk journals, to now like I just make mini albums, or like I'm not even making paper crafts anymore and now I'm doing resin art. Stuff like that happens. And I can understand if you've been following somebody for a very long time, if they sort of change their styles or change their focus, or they're not putting out the content that you're used to seeing, how people feel compelled to sort of reach out and say like, oh, I liked when you did this better. And I think that feedback is helpful, because you kind of get to see your audience a little bit. But then I also have to like acknowledge that it's not the most helpful, and can be really derailing if you're not like receptive to that kind of feedback. But like I said, I don't have an issue with this kind of thing, because like I'm gonna do me. I'm the boss of me. And I like having creative control and creative freedom over what I do. When I get boxed in, I make the worst stuff, and I'm not happy with it. So I sort of let go of the idea that I have to sort of stay within a certain framework in order to like garner views. I'm going to garner views by being myself. That's what I've decided a long time ago, and that's what I've sort of stuck to this entire time. And also, the idea isn't just to solely garner views. I want to create art. But I can understand how that can be offensive, and people feel very vulnerable when they put themselves out here in this sort of space, in this context, to be like, here, I'm sharing my art, I'm sharing my work, and you put yourself out there, and then people are like, I like your old stuff better. That can be really triggering. It can be really upsetting for some people, which is understandable and also very fair. You have to remember the person behind the camera is a person. But on that note, I think it's a little bit crazy, a little bit, not even crazy, I don't want to say crazy, it's a little wild to take offense to that. So I'm going to have to talk about that tomorrow, because I'm out of time. This is the end of the video. So one more video, we're going to be done with this, I promise. So come back tomorrow and see that. I appreciate your faces, you guys. Happy crafting, and goodbye.